Since our last video, I've gone ahead and added a few more jobs to my Airtable, and now I'm going to show you how to create a new view within your Airtable to maybe manage or visualize your job hunt a little better. Let's get started. Now I'm going to show you how to create a Kanban view from this data. To do so, you're going to click on the arrow next to Grid View and select Kanban. You'll be prompted to choose a grouping field, and we are going to select status. I want to collapse this stack, so I'm going to click on the arrow and select collapse stack. Now I can visualize only job applications that have been assigned a status. If you want to change what you can see on each card within a stack, click on Customize Cards. You can select and unselect different fields. In this situation, I only want to see company and status change. If you want to prioritize what shows first, go to Sort and perhaps sort by status changed. If you select Z to A, you can now see the ones that have been in each funnel the longest and prioritize accordingly. If you want to make changes to a job, simply double-click the card and you can do so in this view. Any changes that you make here or within this view will also be reflected in the grid view. If the status of one of these applications changes, all I have to do is drag and drop. Pretty easy. Another way you can visualize your job application information is with a chart block. When you go into the block section, click add a block and add the chart block to your base. Within this window, you can alter the data as you would like to see it, and once you are finished, click done. In the next section, I am going to show you a way to integrate the Google Maps API into your Airtable. The next tutorial will be for people who are planning to work within an office and maybe commute time or location is a big factor. For example, if you live in the Bay Area, you might want to be more selective or change your negotiation tactics given the chance to work for a company that's closer to where you live. So if that is something that interests you, then join me for the next part. Otherwise, if you have any questions about what I've gone over in this tutorial, do not hesitate to reach out on Twitter or in the MakerPad community via Slack. Thanks for watching.